baby milk time. I got medium milk time and a small cup of milk and gallons of water from the stores. Medium milk and large adult milk. What's up, guys? Hello, mateys. I'm back again. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2019 today, and we're just talking about the food nutrition here for one-on-one for Say Ramen here. So and this is an incredible place. It could be one of the Korean food for the dinner. So with the chicken, with the shred chicken, with rotisserie chicken. So we did remember that about last 3 days ago, and I made a jambalaya rice with about the light, and the light for the new food nutrition is it's 160 calories and 160 calories here, not so bad. So so the next thing that could be 3 days ago, and that's a one-on-one, and that's the one for the ramen, one same for the ramen. It's about 250 plus 250 equals 500, which means 500 calories, which means not so bad. So anytime we ate a lot of food, just relax times in about 30 minutes. A whole life of the conditions could be one of the issues. So I got it in shows about to remember you guys. So when you're walking at about 200 calories in about 1 hour and 8 minutes. I got it taste like it in the milk for small ones. I'm sure half of we talked about this whereabouts. So I just got the good news today for the food nutrition program starting new by ramen on 500 calories with rotisserie chicken with shreds. That could be 110 calories equals 610 calories. It's mostly really the good and important it is. So as long as when you eat it 610 calories with chicken with ramen, and it's total about intermediate for nothing so bad. So when my mom and sister made ramen there, that could be every 250 calories. So once it includes when you get the Korean kimchi, and when you get to several hundreds of calories, and you know what time is it? When the time to go to relax times. So milk is making a good portion today. So it does mean after the good. It does mean has a very great choice. Then the big milk is important thing when you're drinking the milk this morning. So I'm bringing in the milk in the table, so without franking this. So no much to be problem there. So I can drink a lot of milk today. So it can make it good in my body with my bones and the inside of my body and the blood. So and the blood and when the blood inside into my body is with the muscle, and it could be one of those in about excuse me, sorry. If usually when you're eating for chicken and ramen, that total is at about 610 calories. Very long story. It's just when you get to minimal weights. So it is good about the food nutrition there. So when I went to classroom during the first lunch, second lunch, and third lunch. So I went to the health class with, for the Miss Horn today. So it's most important about food nutrition and calories, food nutrition and hundreds of calories. So 9 years later, 10 years later for the evolution today for 2010. So during I went to the 8th grade. So I went to the health class with Rose, Emma, with Emma and I and Mrs. Rodall, and I could study. I could really most important for you guys. So as much as where you work on the health class when I was in the 8th grade. So this kind was just pointed to you. I'm gonna show you something, and it's gonna be important for you about the bagels. Well, that's bagel over there, and that's just the nutrition facts. So, 190. That's called Survey Science First Bagel, 95 grams and 260 calories per serving. Then that's its total fat at 1.5 grams to the 2% for the Daily Valley, and 0% is a saturated fat, 0 grams. Transfer fat, 0 grams, and polyunsaturated fat, 0.5 grams. Monosaturated fat, 0 grams, and cholesterol, 0 milligrams, and 370 sodiums milligrams, 60%. Total carbohydrate, 53 grams, 90%. Dietary fiber, 2 grams, 7%. Total sugars, 11 grams, and includes 7 added sugars, 40%. And protein, 8 grams. There's a total of about the percent. So and the next one is sourdough bread here. So we can also have the light the calorie is. And this light calories over there is 150, and saturated 0% for the saturated fat for the 0 grams, 370 milligrams of sodium, and 0 gram means no total sugars. And then it does the same calories at all times a day, and 150 calories a day, and 1.5 for total fat. And that's just the same, about 2%, 60% to 370 milligrams of sodium. Total carbohydrate and 29 grams to the 11%. Dietary fiber 1 grams to the 4%. Zeros, no total sugars, and 5 grams of protein, and includes 0 grams added sugars at about 0%. Vitamin D, calcium 50 milligrams, 4%. Iron 1.8 milligrams, 10%. And potassium 40 milligrams, 0%. Then it allows you when you cook it the direction 1 to 4 here, and then only we can make up the there and about simple good ingredients today with mixed together into enough and knead it slowly, and then the dough is rest, then it's the shape into the round loaves. The slow bake process provides a firm crust, allowed to rest and slice enjoyed. And that takes about a cut and a half of that. Not allowed to put it in the oven in the day. So And this is all I know. So we could cook it. We could cook it. We could do half cookie sheets at about directions. So let's see how it's gonna make to output the jumbo croissants, the butter here. They have for the calories here, and then we do have several hundred calories here. So we don't have to look up for nutrition fact science, and then bam. Too bad they can't look. Too bad they can't look at the science about nutrition facts in a jumbo croissant. And then they have a cooking sheets of potatoes and breads and the bagels of waters. I mean, free man. I usually let shows see what in case. So bam. And that's what to keep it going, guys. So I was gonna head upstairs to my room. So I got to the hearing under the sounds of the phone. So yeah. Well, it always works out to it always works in about nutrition facts to food. So when you were including the food nutrition here. So what the doctor told people what I just said. So getting about reaction to the very long time ago. So 10 years ago, I jogged for the outdoor tracks. It could be burning fat at about 480 calories, just like Miss Horn did at about health class at about 20 years ago. Her son and daughter was the conclusion to when you includes about exercising routine. It always at about 860 calories. It could be intermediate with advanced. So but I start jogging about 5.5 miles per hour for jog on the YMCA. So I step up for the treadmill when on the parkour. So I jog on the treadmill for the homemade did. So it supposedly Fit for Freedom Life Fitness treadmill. There could be half a jog at about 5.5 miles per hour. So but I run very hard at about 6.0 miles per hour, including 6.5 miles per hour is advanced, and 7.0, 8.0 is very hard at advanced, 9.0 is advanced and very hard, and 10.0 is about 0. It is all about mythical or legendary, hardest as many as you can. So if you do have 5 to 10K marathon here, if you purposely we have the first minimum wage. So I haven't started the marathon in all whereabouts. Disneyland, Neverland. But then I have to supposedly about 850 calories when you jog and run. So feel free to decide to drink nutritious water. So water makes you the energy. Powerade was blue. what makes you for the energy. When soda's here, it can't help it. Can't have them help you without the energy. Then dragon fruit dragon fruit dragon fruit could be helps you, then it makes yourself, and it could be energy that helps you if you figures you out. So also, all foods are here, all drinks are here. There could be the calorie they have the nutrition facts of the calories here. Um so I told Tony Tornado, and I told him not to eat the food, not to eat the candy. And we told Samantha Tornado not to eat a lot of candies. Yeah, she says that he says about her junk food and about 5,000 calories. And that's a lot. That's just too big. That was too salty, and that was not good for me. That was not good at all. So 5,000 calories are not good for the body. Is if it became a grow up for the belly, is when it's saturated turns in and grows up into the fat. The people can't say anything about that, but then people hurt their feelings from calling people fat. So he there says don't ever say anything about them from calling the people fat. All that times, I barely usually, why I could stop calling him for fat. I have to stop calling her fat, but I have to stop calling them fat at all times. So if you do lose weight when you're going out for a walk, with about 250 calories, it's 1 hour and 5 minutes. And then when you start jogging, it's an intermediate. When you start it in about 30 to 60 minutes, it's a 780 calories, almost a 800 calories. It's a 5 minute extended in about 65 minutes. So when I went to the PE in about 30-minute run, I could have a jog with Mr. Coleman, Mrs. Ramsey, Mrs. Rodall, Mrs. Kelly, and Mrs. Belford, Mrs. Roach, and Mrs. Lauren. So I remember Miss Lauren when you seeing whole young students, whole young people of students. You can accept me in about 10 years ago. I have confirmed to accept this for Elmer Ridge High Schools. Um, I start jogging and all times a day, and since we have about 10 years, I was at a workout. I was a workout for my body is. So this is my backs, necks, shoulders, and latassium dorsi, and gluteus, hamstrings, quadriceps, thighs, and calves, and abdominals and obliques. And then my next could be working out. So it could be chin. It could be almost. I put the but I could do pull ups over there when I was doing exercise room, weight machines, and cardio centers. So indoor tracks. Just wanted to know. We really do to understand when you get to learn how to run, when you get to learn how to run TV when you watch it. If your freedom to be decided to when you go out to the marathon, and about 950 calories, concluded 1,500 calories. That's the 90 minutes. That's the 95 minutes later. That includes 10 minutes. 10 minutes extended means 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's as it could be hardest as many as you can. So you can do 2 hours run. At the end of the could be course and about 1,580 calories. It's just most of the doing good. It's most of the doing good job are there for about 1,580 calories. And it's just like we could about 5 to 10K marathon. Um, we usually we have 5 kickoffs and 10 kickoffs marathon, but when I get there, so when I get running the 10K, it's harder to advance. 5K is about intermediate, easy 4, but it's an intermediate about medium 5. Intermediate and medium 5 is a 5K. It's a 5K of about 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Joggers and runners is also we agree with you. I agree. You have a good idea of what you have to say. Like I said, I don't eat too much at about 5,000 calories. So 5,000 calories are really bad for the decision. Really bad for eating for food for decisions. So anytime Bella, Frankie, Dad, and Mom and I were just not eating a lot at about 5,000 calories. Just like Tony doesn't like 5,000 calories. Like she says no. Like he says no. And he eats a lot. 150 calories, like he says. It's a light food. It's a food likely to get as many as you can. So if you like it, feel free to eat for going out for restaurants, birthday restaurants and buffets, and I have the idea for you guys. So trick or treat, the candies are those kids are wearing the costumes. So walking around the campus with the headlights. They are kids are eating candy there. They're like every 200 calories. They're every 200 calories there. It can include the peanut butters, Buttercup, Kit Kat, Twiz, and then Snickers. All the candies they have every 200 calories in there, and they can't have too much candy on it. If you do have them, also have the all chocolates on it, it could be worse at about 2,000 calories there. It could be a whole. It could be worse. Could be not a lot. It could be worse. That's a lot. That's could be too much eating candy there, and about 200 to 2,000 calories at all times. So when I'm eating the Kit Kat there, it's a 50 calories for the percent. It's a light eating food. So like sure what I just says, the big bag of a candy, they have been like about 2,000. They have about all of the candies. They have a total of about 2,000 calories. Like sure what I can do, what you do, and just like health class, just like junior high schools for the health class. So I just we understand you guys. So we could adjust what we gonna eat today with about one Kit Kat about 50 calories. Just like whatever you can. So Alex, so I know you like candy, so it's every 50 calories a day. Every 50 calories, big bag of candy, all of the total calories about 2,000. So my friends and I would just eat a lot of candy. That's a big whole candy about whole total about 2,000 calories every Halloween of year. So I usually they brought the candy in all times. So I usually bear it to the do. So I usually have hamburger buns. They have a light eating nutrition food. So it's 150 calories. 100 calories. It's not a lot. It could be lightly eating the transaction food for just like bread, the buns, and the bagels and sourdough and pizza crust. Pizza crust just like bread as many as I can. So pizzas could be have 350 calories. So hamburgers have the 200 calories. Not so bad. So chicken nuggets have 150 calories. Like sure what I said, salt free, and no salt free, no salt are allowed. So steaks could be about 350 calories, and chicken breast here they have like 270 calories, and then pork chops does have 280 calories, and faux briskets they do have 130 calories. They're told about the meat's nutrition and about it's all the things at about 1,100 calories at all times. So we at all times with a total calories about 1,100 calories are there for chicken breast, pork chops, steaks, briskets, and hamburger chicken nuggets, hamburger buns, and hamburgers and chicken nuggets and sourdoughs there, and about fish and fillets burgers. So cheeseburgers does have about 300 calories. So Viking loves eating cheeseburgers. They do have 300 calories. So
Really, Uma?
Hi, YouTube.
What's up?
yeah, what's up? Vikings talking about hungry time.
No, I'm talking about pooping.
No,
Yes.
I'm talking about hamburgers here have the nutrition facts, the calories.
Good hamburger.
Yeah. Well, like I said, so 300 calories for hamburgers. It's hamburgers. They have a cheese on it. Cheeseburgers that have 350 calories. It could be one of the we had transferations to the saturated fat. I have no idea. If you have the idea, we just have about stories for you guys. So if you do have the broth hamburger patties there, it could be every 180 calories here. Solons hamburger patties to the solons. Also thinking about 240 calories. So it really makes people hungry. It really makes my family hungry. So if you eat full of a food, it's been a tested like what is this called? 580 calories. Now that's just light eating the food there, and it's 580 calories here. So they do have a choice here. So we now know this to each other. So I hope they're gonna done a video right now. So total deal was on this channel is 65 a day. So don't forget to hit the button to subscribe for more content. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Vines, Camera, Cocker Story, Cocker Talk, Tumblr, and likes and comments and links in the description today. And please subscribe on Tony Tonino, Matthew Tonino, Majorga Nuggets, Big Brother, Georgie Starbarger, Boogie 29888, Steven Williams, Nesboog, Derek D Cells, Space Jam Goddess, Lil Moco, Hanner Ness, Q Big Eye, Jonathan, and the Book Show here under the characters. So Ness, Derek, Moko, Jonathan. So, however, if you look on the internet here under the food nutrition here, and the drinks under the nutrition facts here, feel free to death. Don't forget. So keep it rich, mateys. So thank you for the coming in under the food nutritionist and series for now. Have a good night.